everybody, and welcome to episode 35 of Theories and Thoughts podcast. We have a little changeroo going on right now. Fancy had some things going on. She was not able to join us today. So we have Sharona.
Hey, everybody.
Sharona is usually in the comments, and we always say hey to her. So now we have her right here in session with us. So I am the hostess, Anya, and that is
Sharona. Hey.
Oh, now you delayed like fancy. I be like, this is coming.
I did know it was coming. I'm so used to saying, "Hey, ladies," in the comments.
I know.
I know. My bad.
It's my little wig piece right here. My little wig. Okay, so this is Wind Down, and something that we wanted to include with Wind Down, man, Fancy, was wine. So, what you drinking?
Something else.
Well, I have my wine, and it's actually in one of my cups that you can buy on my site. I think it's up there, Miss Things Boutique, and it says "A Lady and Her Wine." And
very nice. That's fancy.
I know, girl. Don't you like that? It's not filled all the way though, y'all. That's just too much.
Oh,
it's too much.
Mine is.
And of course, I always talk about my wine that I sell, and I sell it for One Hope. One thing I love about the wine is on the back it tells you what the wine is for. So this bottle helps reunite veterans with a sense of purpose through disaster relief. So while I drink this wine, that's what I am helping by drinking this wine. And its taste profile is berry poplar, spice, and cocoa poplar. This is a Merlot. No, this is a red blend. I like a red blend off my way when I'm just kind of sitting at home, kind of debreezing, just kind of hanging. So I like that.
It sounds nice.
Just wanted to bring that up. All right.
You want to know what I'm drinking?
No, I don't want to know what you're And also, I have my water.
It's in one of these, so.
Huh? What you say?
We won't discuss it, but it's an adult beverage, and that's all that matters.
Okay. So, now on to the show. My face looks so fat in this wig right now. I don't know. Anywho, as I try to share this on my page, Cam Newton agrees to 1-year deal with the Patriots. Maximum of $7 million. Does not include a provision preventing New England from applying a 2021 franchise tag on him. Now, if you're anything like me and don't know what a franchise tag is, Wikipedia helped us with that. Franchise tag is a designation a team may apply to a player to become an unrestricted free agent. The tag binds the player to the team for 1 year if certain conditions are met. Each team only has one franchise tag and one transition tag per year. So I was kind of like, I always thought whenever they applied a franchise tag that the player couldn't go nowhere after that. But apparently I was wrong. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's not necessarily true. Yeah, I did know that. I'm more of a sports person than you, I think. But what happens is you get the chance to kind of go out and finagle a little bit, because with me being in Charlotte right now, everybody's upset that Cam ain't here anyway. But he was in New Orleans for a hot second, or so they said. But what happened was they shop around when they franchise. So they go in there, they wine and dine them, they woo them, and they try to tell them what they're going to get and what the cap is for the year, which will in turn tell them how much money they're going to get for the year if they do and, hit all the stipulations of whatever their contract is for the year. So when you're franchise players, you don't have to stay forever. You kind of, you wooing all teams, basically.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing if they slap the franchise tag on him?
For him, I think it's a good thing because believe it or not, even though I'm not a Cam fan for plenty of reasons, he is a good player. So his best bet would be to shop around and let people wine and dine him to see what'll fit him the best. So, and especially with this shit being partially short, which I think is gonna be, he got time to shop plenty places. There are a lot of other teams with more money that'll be willing to spread some money out for him. So we'll see. Plus, it'd be nice to have a black quarterback out there. That's what we need.
As you guys know, Tom Brady left the team and he's with the who he with? I guess he don't. Okay, moving on.
We got to play him twice a year. The Saints got to play him twice a year. So the Saints got to play him twice a year because he's in the South now. He's in the NFC.
Oh. All right. Speaking of wigs, and I keep messing with this one because it just don't seem like you want to do right. Before it was cute. It was pretty to me. And I did my makeup, y'all. This is the best I've done ever, I think. You had to look at my pictures to see how it's just anyway. Speaking of Marsai Martin, honey. Did you see that clapback?
Yes, I did. Let me tell you. It's funny because when it comes to clapbacks, it's usually really, really petty. And the people sometimes they pull up stuff that you may not know. So now we know all the business, and it's just I love a good old-fashioned Southern clapback. It's always good. Something to hurt people's feelings. You don't know how far you could dig in until you get all the information explained to the masses. Huh?
She's from here.
Yep. Yeah, girl.
But go ahead. That was a good.
I just like a good clapback.
It was
I just love a good
clapback. And I mean, I will say this: I didn't like her views, but I wouldn't have been a person on Twitter dogging her. I'm just not that girl to be on there dogging anybody anyway.
I can't.
They're doing that.
And I like her, right? Well, I like Marsai because I think she's like super cute, and it is what it is. But sometimes you just gotta hurt people's feelings to get your point across.
That part. So, you missed the clapback. My girl was like, yeah. So people are on there talking about my wig, and then she showed that it was a sew-in, I think. Mm-hmm. It could have been curled. It could have been curled. It should have been curled a little bit better than what it was. Let's say a southern clapback.
They are. They really are.
And then she said they were talking about her veneers. How do people look at her teeth? Like, how was people able to see that much in her mouth?
It depends on who you're talking to. Some people, when they give you a once over, they start from the shoes up. Some people look them in their eyes to see if they're crooked, and then they work their way down. Veneers are real easy to check out. Really. Sometimes they're too perfect, so it's easy.
Well, she didn't have veneers. She had I'm not sure what that was that she had, but it wasn't veneer. She took her thing out her mouth, and then it was because at first she was like this. She was like, and I was like, I know she's not about to cry. But when she wiped her tears with that $100 bill, baby.
Right. See? That's something good.
Wait, come on, little sis.
And she's young too, so she's good at being petty. I'm here for it. That's just like when them Southern women be talking trash and then they flap the fan out and they fan itself. Cause like, ooh, child, it was just too hot. That's just what that was. That's all. Same thing.
She gave it to him, so that was funny. Yeah. So speaking of wine, Mary J on Monday has a press release. Did a press release, gosh, on her Sun Goddess wine. Is a limited edition collection, consists of 2 new new wines, Italian Pinot Grigio, you know what it is.
Pinot Noir.
Romano, which is a rose, and this other one, Blanco. Y'all know I'm bad with pronouncing stuff. Um, Both are 19.99 each and are available for pre-sale on wine.com and are available nationwide in August.
Yeah.
You gonna try
It's Mary J. Blige. It's Mary J. Blige. I'm gonna try it. Let me tell you something. Mary J. Blige has influenced my life way too much. Okay, so like back in the 90s when she was on the cover of every month of Hype Hair, when we was in high school, and I had to have that hairdo. This wine ain't gonna be no different. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna buy it.
Wait, then your husband just said
he he just said that. He just said, "Girl, look, it is what it is." Mary J. Blige. You know what? And I'm here for this wig. I'm here for the wig you got on, and I'm here for any wig that Mary has on. Because once my mama told me that Mary was wearing wigs and that wasn't her hair, baby, I'm like, oh, we can do this all the time then. I mean, I can change it up every 2 days like Mary. This is amazing.
Listen, okay. We're going to come back to switching your hair up because that's something I want to talk about tonight too. As you guys know, it is my time. And as we do, as you guys know, we talk about the things that has happened this month that we talked about, but we're going to do a little bit different and talk about some things that we may not have talked about in hair is one because I seen a meme about it. And Sharona is a hairstylist, and I just love her, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I be on Sharona. I'm like, girl, look, what we gonna do with this hair this week? She actually does. I'll give her a chance in just a second to tell y'all who she is and how you can contact her because she be about this hair life. Do you hear me? That's my goal. So on to Seal the Deal, one of our first sponsors, Seal the Deal. Anyone can start a business, but not everyone is a CEO. What makes the difference is a business credibility. Build business credit within 90 days. Visit Seal the Deal at talkbizcredit.com. And she's also on Instagram at biz with a Z Credit Bay. So it's BIZ Credit Bay on Instagram. So y'all contact that sponsor. Thank you for being a sponsor today. I want to say her name is Asia. So Sharona, why don't you tell our public who you are?
I'm Sharona Luke. I'm the owner of. I'm also a LadiCEO on the low. Who knew it? I am Sharona Styles in the hair community, and I'm Nola Baby Body Butter in the skincare community. But I am a natural hairstylist and loctician. I've been curating scalps for the last 22 years. And I've been answering questions in the middle of the night from friends like Anya and my sister and whatnot. Whenever they try to do things that they know ain't right, they call me first because I think they feel a little bit of me tapping on their shoulder talking about please don't do that. That is Nola Baby Body Butter that Anya's holding right there. I think that's what's that? That's a body butter? That's that tingle.
That's rosemary milk and mint.
Yes, ma'am.
I think I found my favorite. Like before I was kind of like, I don't know which one. I realized I love the smell of rosemary.
Yeah.
And it also helps because my foot bothers me at times from being on it. I don't know if you can really tell.
You can tell, but that's all right. The website will show you.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
The website is nolababybodybutter.com, and there is body butters and foam and sugar scrubs so you don't slip and break your neck in the shower. And there's lip scrubs and lip balms, dual sets. There's hand sanitizer. There's men's beard wash and beard oil. There's hair oil and hair moisturizer coming really soon. Hair care products are coming as well with Nola Baby Body Butter because I care about New Orleans and I care about your body and your scalp.
That part. Sharona and I have been in high school. She graduated from
Yep.
down to 35 senior high school. Come on now.
High 35.
Yes.
Yes.
We've been friends since then. I help her a bit with her brand, but she knows what she's doing. She also does classes. She didn't say this. She does classes, one-on-one classes. I learned how to do flat twists with her.
That's right.
She's always we both have the teaching spirit, but she does it with hair, and I do it with everything else, with other stuff. So I do brand management, and I help with that. But she's really on it. I appreciate her.
Yeah, thank you.
I think I've used every product. I only had one issue with one, but that was just the smell, and I told you about that. But we're not gonna talk about that.
We fixed it.
But everything else, I absolutely love it. She made me understand what to do with the scrub, cause y'all, yeah, with the scrub. I was like, girl,
Can I just say something right quick? Can I say something right quick? Okay, y'all, listen. Anya's been my friend for quite some time, and we share stuff all the time. But let me tell you, I send her stuff with instructions, and my friend don't read the instructions, but she goes on the internet and use it like she read it, and then I got to blast her on her own podcast and tell her that she ain't doing stuff right. But she figured it out, and I'm glad. So she probably using it right now. She wasn't using it right before, but we good now.
Right.
And because of that, I'm doing it.
And I'm about to give me some more. And I love, like I said, I've smelled all the scents, and I just was like, which one do I really love? And I was like, you know what? I was telling somebody one day, because this was in my purse. And I was like, well, you can't use too much of it, because I be trying to, I don't be wanting people to use my stuff, because I be trying to use it limited as much, because I don't want it to go away.
Right.
You know your favorite thing. But I'm about to buy me some more.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I really do love it. It's not just because this is my friend. I believe in quality product. So that's it. So, alrighty. So on to winding down month. June 2nd podcast, it was the state of Black men with Joseph Ward. We did have Mr. Chambers, Gary Chambers on. He was supposed to be on, but he was at a protest, and then we was having some technical difficulties. So Fancy did that one by herself. Her and Joseph did it actually on Instagram. That's why it wasn't on Facebook. But they talked about some key things on just being a Black man in today's society. And I don't know if you missed it, you can catch it on Swagger. Always remember, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Swagger's YouTube page, my YouTube page. You can go to Google Play Podcast, and we have others that's on the flyer. But those are the ones that come to mind right now. So it was a very good conversation. It's always good to get Black men content whenever, on things like that. Something, I was talking to a guy one day, and he told me that Black women don't have it as bad as Black men. And I was about to go upside his head, but then I realized, yes, he was correct. Any thoughts on that? You watched that podcast. Any thoughts on that?
I did. I agree, and then I don't. And it's really just it's a personal preference, because I feel like women have been the backbone of a lot of stuff for the longest, and they kind of get shut out, but they get brought up about it later in history, right? Like Angela Davis and people like that. Not really saying that they weren't there in the beginning, but they were in the background back then when they really were standing right beside the men at the same time. But in his case, and I did listen to what he said, and I agreed, I just feel that it's more lateral than what he said. I think that women and men are on the same line of the push to basically. That's all. I just don't think we're in the back like that. They push us to the back when it comes to stuff like that, but I think we're right beside them when it comes to doing stuff like that. That's all.
Why do you think they push us to the back?
Not sure. I think they don't give us the strong point, like, they think we have, like, women can portray the angry Black woman, but they can't necessarily portray the strong Black woman. And then if they are strong, that kind of gives them other titles, right? Yes, ma'am. See, We're not angry. You know what I'm saying? We're angry about the situation. We're fed up, but it's not like we're exactly. We may be fed up, but we're not exactly angry. But one woman raised her voice, and it's a problem, right? So I think that it hasn't been vocally said that black women being angry can't put up a front. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we're there, and we're not just like angry crying. We're angry about the situation. We're mad that things aren't working out in our defense. You know what I'm saying? Like what we're trying to do with with black people's lives and stuff like that. But I think that when he was saying that he never said that women weren't in the forefront. It's just that I didn't agree with him saying that we weren't recognized the way we should be.
Right.
I could be biased because I'm a woman. I'm not really sure, but I'm just saying.
All righty, moving on. Are protests bringing about change? Was the next topic. Do you feel like protests are bringing about change, Sharona?
No. I do not want to be a negative person on this podcast. I swear to God. But no, I don't.
This is what we do.
Right now, I think we're not. Right? Because when you think about the protests from back in the day, the bus protest was like over a year long, right? All the marches towards Washington and stuff like that was like 2-3 years long. You know what I'm saying? It's dying down out here in Charlotte. Like I ain't seen a protest since they painted Black Lives Matter on the ground up on Central Avenue, right? And I mean it's been dead quiet out here. So it's like, are we finished? You know what I'm saying? Did we get what we want? I don't think so. They got people out here talking about, we're gonna take master off a master bedroom. Man, I want my master bedroom, please. Don't take the name off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give us what we want. Don't try to, don't play us, basically, is all I'm saying.
So you don't think that we had progress? It may not have been exactly what we're asking for specifically, but I do feel like we've had progress. We've, for George Floyd, those police are behind bars, and we're still fighting for Elijah. We're still fighting for Brianna.
Right. Oh no, I said and Brianna too. And I said we're still kind of fighting for Brianna a little bit because only half of that is handled. The last I read.
And I think we're moving in the right direction. I seen someone post one day, they were like, y'all doing all of this, but they was like, but y'all still not doing what we want. I feel like companies are doing their part. They're doing what they can to erase the systematic oppression, but they can't just be like, I feel like if they change, the police system will change to that regard. Different companies are putting forth. I know Bank of America had already given money to Howard for a COVID-19 wing to help with that for testing. But after all this, they gave more money, millions of dollars, towards equality and all these different things. So I feel like it's pushing for change in businesses because businesses don't want to lose the black dollar, and they realize just how powerful the black dollar is. That's just like after Black Panther, if you will. After the movie Black Panther, it's like everybody wanted a black lead. They wanted black movies now because they seen our buying power, But one thing that I hate is, and I'm not saying this is you, I'm not saying, anybody that I know, but I see it, is blacks talking about blacks, how other blacks are protesting. Like people were mad that guys were in suits protesting. If that's how they want to protest, let them protest. We too busy watching, they shouldn't be in suits protesting. What they trying to be better than me. That's the damn problem. That's the problem.
Right.
You feel insecurity.
Right. You feel some kind of way. Like, look, just back when we had Public Enemy with the old Fight the Power thing, everybody wanted suits and berets, you know what I'm saying? But it was for the cause. It don't matter how you come to the protest, just make sure you protest, get your point across. My whole thing is just you gotta break down when you protest. That's the only thing that gets me right now. Because when they were protesting out here in Charlotte, they was protesting at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? When you protest, you're supposed to disrupt the norm. You're supposed to stop people from working. You're supposed to block all traffic. You're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to disrupt their daily norm so that you can see that we are sick of this. You can't go to work and then get off work and then go protest. You're supposed to risk your life, your job, your sanity, your economic status for greater change. That's all I'm saying. Don't go to work for the man. You know what I'm saying? From 8 to 5 and they go protest at 6, but ain't nobody out there. They all at home. You know what I'm saying? They sitting
here. They interrupted traffic. I don't know, because I still have to live. People still got kids there. I can see, I get your point and I see it. It's all about an inconvenience. But for me, I'm like, I haven't been to any protests. I will say that. But I've given money. I've given money and, you know, and support. And I just feel like everybody do how they can do. You can't tell me that I should be out there on the front line. They need people to back them up to get them out of jail. They need people to pay for the water, and snacks. They need people who, you know, to do all these different things. And that's where I am. I feel, you know, I would love to go and protest, but I got to go work for the man.
But you already know what you have to do as far as forward progression. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to protest. My mom was out there protesting. All of Montgomery didn't come out there. You know what I'm saying? They just filled up all of Montgomery. You see what I'm saying? We all don't have to be out there. Some of us don't have to be holding the picket line. Some of us have to be on the phone calling their senator. Some of them got to be on, you know what I'm saying? Like watching the kids while the stronger people go out and do it, or going to the grocery store getting milk in case there's tear gas and give them to the people. Whatever it is, we all don't have to be out there at the same time. My whole thing is just, when I think of protests, I think of more inconvenience. And right now, they just throwing graffiti on some of the older buildings that's closed right now because the COVID still saying Black Lives Matter. And I'm just like, but they closed. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they're not inconvenienced. These people, these companies aren't struggling. So it's kind of like you just taking up space on the street. That's how I feel about it. Okay. At least from here. I don't see that in a lot of other places. I that's what I see here because I'm here.
And right? But it's just, you calling your congressman, we can call the Kentucky and the Missouri councilman, DA's office and different things, because we still need justice for Elijah McClain and we still need justice for Breonna Taylor. Y'all, I didn't watch the George Floyd video, but I only seen the imagery. But yeah. I don't know if there was audio for Breonna, but Treasure Truth had Elijah's thing. I hadn't heard of him. I had seen his name, but didn't know what his story was. And watching his video, listening to his audio on Instagram.
I didn't even do that. I'm not. I can't watch that kind of stuff.
It was a lot. Don't do it to yourself. Like every day, I hear I'm different. Like in my ear, I hear I'm different. I'm Elijah McClain, and I'm like, what am I gonna do about that? So actually, I'm gearing up to do something about that. Like, his mom has a GoFundMe. I'm sure a celebrity is gonna pay for it, but she has a GoFundMe for his for his funeral and stuff, but just to give back to Until Freedom. That's one of the people that is helping in the case and the protests and different things. I really want to get back to. I'm coming out. Be on the lookout for a shirt that says "I'm different," because that just keeps in my spirit. I'm different, and it just he was different. And, you know, back in the day, we laughed as a kid. We laughed and joked about, talked about people that was just different, that look different, that act different. As an adult, we know it's something more to it. But don't do it to yourself. If you haven't listened to it, I'm just going to say don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself.
I'm one of those people who can't hold on to stuff like that. Like if I watch I kind of feel like the sister on the Sisterhood of Bees, who had like the Wailing Wall. Like once I see stuff like that, I have to get it out of my head, right? Like I gotta write it down. I have to either watch it so that I can complete it and get it over with, or just not listen to it at all. Like I haven't watched a lot of the news probably since the quarantine started.
I haven't watched
just because I can't. I can't watch news because every day, you know what I'm saying, for the whole 2-3 hours the news is on, it's all bad news. Like news is supposed to be, what is it, notable events, weather, and sports. But hell, it's been notable for the last 4 months.
You smart, right? You smart. Hey, Stacy, thank you, Dave. And Delyn said, I haven't protested either, but I've done so much more behind the scenes. We need to hit them where it hurts. Them pockets. Don't watch the video because it's been my biggest struggle trying to get it out of my head. Me too. Tanya says also she can't. It's just too much. I haven't watched the news either. I haven't watched the news since COVID because I feel like they just dwell on the very negative of it all. You know, it's very negative. You know, you and I know 3 people who have who actually came out of COVID, who had COVID. 3 of our classmates, and they wasn't showing that. It was just showing everybody dying, and I can't handle that. My spirit can't handle it. So with the protests and stuff, I can't really. I watch them, but then I'm like, okay, what else can I do? But I'm like, you know, it stays in my spirit. And when I tell you, I keep hearing I'm different. My name is Elijah McClain. I'm sorry. Why are you doing this to me? Like, I'm just like, it is so heartbreaking. And he was like, I'm an introvert. I'm sorry. Like, okay, let me stop.
It's too much. The good thing is I didn't hear about it. Scrolling on Instagram, this guy, I wish I could think of his name. He did like a comic strip of his story, right, about him, you know, coming home from work and wearing the mask and, you know, walking and like what happened. And just reading that, I'm like, yo, this just happened like yesterday. Like when I read it, and I'm like, this is a lot of, especially Black kids, like in that age bracket, that are different because of either medication from whatever, and that's a whole nother story. I can't get on that on this podcast, but the point is there's a lot of Black boys like that, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody trying to learn what the differences are or to learn what the triggers are as opposed to how to react to those people when they out in the street, because clearly he was out there minding his own business.
He was,
and it should have just been what it was, right? But also because, you know, the police out here doing whatever they want to do, you know, thinking that they're above the law or they are the law, you know what I'm saying? That don't give them the right to test everybody, right? Now, sure, you know, usually when you see somebody and something like that, you think they're about to rob a bank or something like that.
I know. That was. Hey, stop it. He's usually over here with the kids. I was trying to show your name, but I kept hearing you were still talking. It's just.
I'm like, anyway.
I know Fancy's usually over here. This her thing. Fancy knows how to work with these triggers and stuff. I'm over here like, what's her name again? And yeah, that's what happened. Okay.
Technology 1, Anya 0. Again.
He was just walking home, I think, with his bike and minding his business. I seen something on Facebook that said, I hope my son never fit the description.
Right. And that's unfortunately very easy to do. Right? I think that was Dave Chappelle had a joke about it, I think, like when he first came out talking about just hit him over the head, we're gonna sprinkle some crack on him, he gonna fit the description. He's like, he's somewhere between 5'9" and 6'10", somewhere between like 110 and 330 pounds. He's either light skinned on a good day or really dark on a bad day. Either way, he fits the description. Just sprinkle some crack on it. And I'm like, yo, that's everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's the biggest thing, that you can look totally different. How many times have we seen this person does not look like the suspect, but you stop them? but
anyway,
stop them, and it just breaks my heart. I don't have a black son, but you have two black sons.
I have two.
But I have I have two black brothers, I have four black brothers. That's including my stepbrothers, and I have nephews, and it's heartbreaking, and it's okay.
It's hard because we have to talk to our boys, because not only do they fit the description, but my oldest son he don't like people, so he don't talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to explain to him that this ain't the time. You gotta be vocal. Not to be rude or, you know what I'm saying, disrespectful, but you gotta say, hey, look, here's my ID, sir. Here's this, sir. Is there anything else you need from me? Because even when you comply, sometimes it don't work out, right? But I mean, you gotta teach. I hate that we have to teach them that, because my kids they're innocent kids, right? They're teenagers, but they're almost legal, right? And it's just hard that they have to grow up not trusting the authority that we were taught to trust if something was to go wrong. Right. So
I totally agree. Next week we had Brandon from Black Man Can. One thing I love about this is, have you ever seen the Black Man Can Instagram?
Yes.
It's positive. It's just like, it's positive pictures of black people, black men, and their families and different things, and I absolutely love it. I love
it is. It's so heartwarming to see black strong figures. That's all it is. I love it.
That's it. And because at one point we only heard black men always lead their families, they always do this, but it's changing the narrative, and that's what I absolutely love about it. Plus, Cowboys fan. you drink to that?
Yeah. Y'all can't see it. There we go. There go that Saints sign. And right there. Saints all the way. I don't know about no Cowboys, but
you can talk about even showing black men, not just showing them black men who are doing things, but to also show them black women who are doing things, so they know that this is the type of women that they should be looking for. I'm trying to figure out.
These are the models. These are the people that we should strive to be. I'm not saying that that's hard to do. Sometimes it is, you know what I'm saying, because there's so much going on in this world. But even a little bit of positive influence might be what you need to push yourself to be a better person.
I agree. And just knowing that, don't be intimidated by powerful black women that embrace her and love on her. Because
and buy her.
Yes, buy me things. I love things. Speaking of buying things, our last topic of the month was buying black, trend, fad, or for real. Now, I kept saying, I buy black all the time. I intentionally buy black. Like, I intentionally buy things from black women. Like, I just bought nail polish. This isn't it. I'm waiting on it. I didn't know black women made nail polish. I had one nail polish from a black woman that's from Louisiana, but it was like more of a shiny thing. But this one girl, she has the whole caboon, and I've just bought it. It was a little bit more pricey. And here's the thing. Understand this, not just black businesses, small businesses, their stuff is going to be a little bit more because they don't have the production. They don't have all of the bells and whistles. They don't have all the sales. So it goes in, the little, I guess, that they get, the little per se, it goes into their production. And that's how they make these things to be able to go mainstream. So I get tired of people always saying that. I get tired of people ragging on black businesses. They're unprofessional. I seen somebody talk about being unprofessional, and they're unprofessional. Like I keep seeing people talk about black businesses are unprofessional, and there's one person I just wanted to say, girl, but you unprofessional. You have a black business, you unprofessional. Come on now. But I seen my girl Rose Simmons. She said once, she said, whenever a Black business, instead of going on your page and just ragging on all Black businesses, don't do that. And don't even just single out that business, because how many times have we went to McDonald's and they got our order wrong, but we went back again?
Right.
How many times have we went to Walmart and they mistreated us, but we went back again? And we ain't put up no post about it, or we maybe did put up a post, but we still went back again. Let's not do that, right, like businesses. Let's not be, oh, I ain't get my order in on time, so I'm not gonna order from them anymore. I'm gonna keep going to this XYZ place. Give them another chance. Write a review. Talk to that person. There was
talk to them. Right.
There was a logo that I had someone make, and she took forever. I don't even use the logo, but I was just helping, trying to help out that business. Tanya said, "Speak it. I love to support my own business, our own businesses." But I went to one of my girlfriends. I went to Roy and said, "How do you think I should handle this?" She said, "Just write a review on her page, but don't just blast her." And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to just blast her. And we need to learn how to do that. But we want to now, because people want us to buy this, that, and the other. How many times have we went to the corner store and they mistreated us? I was in the shot the other day. I'm getting into the shot. I was on season 1, episode 1, 2, and 3. The free episodes.
30-day trial.
Listen, it was a 7-day trial, and I'm gonna do it once the shot over for this season, so I can binge watch everything in 1 week. Don't judge me, judge your mama.
Try not to.
But they were talking about the guy on the corner store was like, "You always mess with us when we go to the corner store when we come in here." Just like that. We still go to those corner stores though, even though they messing with us, even though they following us. Well, I don't. I'm just saying. But yet and still, we're still going to these other places. So why do we only get Black businesses one time?
My thing is, especially with small Black businesses, if you feel some kind of way about the service or the quality of your product, you can probably talk to the owner right fast. They're still a small business. For real, they're probably scrolling on their phone just like you are. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is, you would be able to talk to them and be like, "Hey, look, I didn't like this, or it took too long." And you know what they're gonna say? "Sorry, my bad. I'm a small business. Here's a coupon or whatever." But it's all communication. So it's easier for you to actually talk to a small business about a gripe as opposed to talking to Walmart. Walmart don't care. You can return stuff 40 years later and they take it from you. Okay, so you could return rotten fruit to Walmart. That shows how much they really care about giving you your money back. You know what I'm saying? If you talk to a small business, they'd be more willing because they don't want to lose your business. So there's no need for you to bash them on the internet when they're trying to get, you know what I'm saying, their clout. Everybody got to start small. And it's even worse for Black businesses because we do have a bad habit of talking about our own people, regardless of whether they have a business or not. So here they are trying to do something better with their life. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a little extra income. And you out here talking about their mama and the products that they're making. That's not how you do that. You got to talk to the person. You can easily talk to the source for a small Black business. So try that first before you go head on and be like, "Ooh, girl, don't," you know what I'm saying? Like, don't buy that because whatever. Get that girl a chance. Get that guy a chance. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you can talk to them. It's a small business. They ain't got 50 million people in there. They got 2 people and 1 phone. They'll pick up.
That part.
Give them a shot.
Part. And like I said, it's not a trend or a fad for me because it's been real in my life. I have when my doctor, as I said, when my family doctor retired, I made certain that I went to a black woman for my for things because I felt like I had an Asian lady before, but I felt like she wasn't listening. So when I tell her this is this, I have a rash. The hell is this rash? I feel like a black woman would have caught that a little bit faster. But it's just different things and things with our bodies that we go through. I have my therapist, my psychiatrist is a black woman. You know, a lot of times at first I wasn't going for a black woman, but this year I made sure I got a black woman. I've done a white woman, a white man, a black man. I had a black woman before, kind of, sort of, but I have another black woman. Because sometimes I just didn't want black women to be like, oh, well, yeah, this is what we do in our community. No. And that's another thing. We as black businesses, we have to, when we start talking to people that's within our community, we have to get out of the habit of, oh, I can talk to them, oh, this sis, I can talk to them a little bit different. No, give me the same respect.
Right. Yeah.
Give me the same respect.
Because they work just as hard. They got all them degrees and all them Sally Mae bills coming to them just as much as anybody else did. Right? Sally Mae, Navin, and the other one, whoever that is that keep calling me. Listen, the point is, you're supposed to talk to them because they're professional, regardless of what that is. But I feel the same way. I always try to pick. Unfortunately, when I try to look for like new doctors or whatever, whenever I move, I try to read the names to see how ethnic they are. I try to go by that first if I can't see them, right? Just because I feel that I also like it black. But yeah, I do that too. But you know, when they give you the list, you look through the list and be like, I'm kind of looking for a Shaquan, but Shaquan might be. So you're not sure, right? So you got to check and see. But I always check my dentist, my eye doctor, the guy who fixed my car, more or less because I trust them just because we're the same shade. I feel like I may not be cheated as fast because we hopefully are on the same lateral plane, as opposed to, I got to help a sister out, got to help a brother out, like that.
See, I always did because I seek out black businesses because I feel like nobody else will. Now, my dentist is black, he's a white man, and my gyno is a white woman, but it's other is running its practice, and I'm not planning on changing them just because they're not black. But in the event that they retire or go somewhere else, I will seek out black dentists. I'm changing my GI doctor from a white man to a black woman. As soon as his office, the woman that's in his front office, contact me and let me know I can come pick up my stuff. Anyway, I hate his office staff. And that's
write a review.
Go to him.
Write a review and tell her.
Girl, I can't stand her. Oh, this is too much. I'm gonna call tomorrow. I gotta make you know that I need to call tomorrow. Like, I need my records so I can go to this other lady. Can you stop playing with me? Anyway, so kind of.
But other ethnicities do it though, right? Remember, like the lady who was in the hospital and she like, I don't want that black man working on my son. You know, I want a white doctor or whatever. I mean, we don't get as aggressive as that, but I mean, we do that too. So if they can do it, why we can't do it? What's wrong with that?
I agree. Because tomorrow when our classmate, she was talking about it. Also, she was like, being a nurse manager, there will be white people that didn't want a black,
right?
You know, wouldn't want blacks or wouldn't want trans or other things touched, you know, with them. Although you said that you're a woman now, but to her you like a man, and she don't want you working with her. And you should respect. I feel like you should respect people's wishes. That's just me. Respect wishes.
In ways, I understand that, and I would too. But seriously, when it comes to health, and I know it's real hard for black women right now to like get the proper health care. But let's say that it was proper anyway. Wouldn't you just want to make sure that they're doing right by you, regardless of the shade? That's what you would hope, right? Yeah. But you could be picky. Why not? Everybody else being picky.
That's why I am the girl who actually, the nurse practitioner. She's from Baton Rouge, so I got a sense of home. You know, like she white, but that's home. That's my home girl. So
and sometimes that's all it is. It just be one little similarity, you know, between you and your, you know, professional whatever. That might be what it is. Because, I mean, hey, I got a lot of clients that come get their hair done just because they're from Louisiana. Be like, girl, yeah, I moved up here. Oh, yeah, where you from? Me too. Oh, you're going to always be my stylist. You know what? I'm cool with that. Sure.
Right. So something that I wanted to bring up, and it wasn't on the list, and then we're going to get out of here. I seen I seen a post going around, and I seen actually a black man posted, a black man that's always against, I don't know, he's against life. That's what it feels like sometimes. And it was a post from a white woman, and she was like, black women straighten their hair to look like a white woman, and some other stuff. So going back to when we were talking about Mary, and how Mary changes up her hair, I didn't put on this blonde wig thinking I'm going to look like a white woman. I put on this blonde wig because it complements my complexion, and I look good in it. Hey. So why is it, just that we can talk for a second, why is it that whenever just because a black woman straightens her hair, because me and you have had that conversation too about healthy hair, you know, and you've told me relaxers, you can have healthy hair with relaxed hair, just like you have straight with natural hair. And I feel that so many times black people, we always find a way to discriminate against each other, whether it's hair, whether it's complexion, whether it's I'm wearing a wig. I don't care, girl, if you want to wear that wig like it's your hair. That's just not my
man. Look, coming from a stylist perspective, right quick, okay, two things. First of all, you can't shave your head today and then have hair down to your butt tomorrow and still expect to be the same person, right? You can't. It's not going to grow back that fast. Why not get a wig? Be somebody else tomorrow. Be somebody else the day after that. Be somebody else the day after that. You know what I'm saying? Wigs are cheap. Do you. If you like to be different, be different. Also, history fact. This lady from Louisiana way back in the day made clip-ins for white women because they wanted their hair to look different. Black lady made that. So there, because they wanted their hair to look different too. So ain't nothing wrong with having different hair. That don't mean that we trying to be somebody else. We just want to look different from yesterday. If that man say he wants you to look like Tina Turner tonight, but he wants you to look like Beyonce tomorrow, get 2 wigs and go live your life.
Listen, and that's how I feel, because it was so funny because I had the locks in. Y'all remember I had the locks. Then I wore my own hair, and the guy was like, "Oh, you cut your hair?" This white guy at work. And I was like, "No, baby, that was a wig. That was weave." And he was like, "Oh," and then I had wore a ponytail. And I said I should have went from the locks to the ponytail, and then he really would have thought it was my hair.
Right.
But I had, I'd be good for it. I had another piece, and this Hispanic lady was like, "Okay, so that's how long your hair really is?" And I was like, "No, girl, this is a wig. This is a piece." But she also told me this weekend when I wore this wig. You guys know I work a part-time and a full-time, and I have my businesses. And she was like, "I love black women because y'all can wear everything and it looks right." But I've been told from a stylist that he was like, "You look good in any hair you do." He was like, "You do blonde, you do red, you do dark, whatever you do, you look good in it." But I just think it's the confidence.
Man, look, green hair. Lil' Kim did it in one video. She had green hair, she had yellow hair, she had red hair, she had blue hair, and guess what? They all was cute. You know why? Because she fixed it to look the way she wanted to look, to match her face and outfit. Ain't nothing wrong with matching your hair with your outfit. If that's how you do it, do you. Hair is just an accessory.
I agree. I completely agree. So, bam. Anything extra you want to add to today's topics?
Buy black. That's it. Just buy black. Buy black, support black, be black. Every day.
I'm in so many black groups, restaurants, everything. I that's where I found the nail polish girl, because I polish my own nails. I really do. I started polishing my own nails because it just relaxes me. So, all right, on to our next sponsor, the Cookie Box Store. Their website is www.cookieboxstore.com, and on Instagram, the Cookie Box Store. Shop online for your favorite men's, women, beauty, and skincare products with the Cookie Box Store 24/7.
Yep.
As always, note that you can buy our Never Thirsty tumbler, which I'm usually drinking out of, but I wasn't drinking out of.
Like you do. Just just because you're doing it.
Oh, you felt like you needed to do that too? I never thirsty tumblers. It is on Swagher's website, swagher.com. Swagher magazine is currently running the second on our BOB directory. List your business for a year for only $90. Product based, service based, we got you. Either way, email advertise at swagher.net. If you would like to be a sponsor of the Reason and Thoughts podcast for a segment, you can email me at Arnya, ARNYA, at LadiCEO.com. Also, don't forget, you can buy this fabulous Angry Crossed Out, Black Crossed Out, and Female Black Crossed Out. I am a Lady CEO.
Lady CEO.
So we have these on sale now for $25 at Miss Things Boutique. Miss with a Z, Things with a Z. You can also find me on IG at Miss Things Boutique. Of course, it's MZTHANGZ Boutique. You can find me online at LadiCEO, Ladi.ceo, Lady with an I, CEO, at Instagram. On Facebook, I am LadiCEO with the I. Twitter, it's I'm_A_LadiCEO. And on YouTube, LadiCEO Media. As always, you can get me about my wine that I was sipping on tonight as onehop.com/Arnya-Martin-Davis. And you can follow my group on Facebook, A Lady and Her Wine, and it's the and sign. Go ahead and tell us how we can contact you again.
Okay, first of all, shout out to the French for what's in this cup. Okay, but we won't talk about it. Follow me on Instagram at NOLABABY_body butter for all your skincare and soon to be hair care needs. Thank you, Anya. Also, if you're in the Charlotte area or you ever gonna travel to Charlotte and you need your hair done, for the time being, I am Sharona Styles on Instagram, and you can book at sharonastyles.glossgenius.com.
All right. Make sure you guys check out the Swagher website. It is swagher.net. You can find out what's going on. We do have an issue coming out here soon. I'm really excited about that. I will have a couple of pieces in that. Fancy and the team are really, really, really working hard. We have some great brand ambassadors. Thank you, Daylene. She's actually one of the personalities. If you looking to be a personality, contact advertise at swagher.net. I think that's what it is. And maybe you can be one of the people interviewing someone. They have some great content. So we have some great content. I keep saying they, and it should be we. My bad. So we have some great content.
Unified front, ma'am.
Huh?
We're a unified front.
We are. And I am still a part of Swagher brand. I am. Especially, with theories and thoughts. And this is a prime example how you can part ways with something but still be a part of it. Take this as a not you, Sharona, but
I know you're not talking
about as a what?
I know you're not talking about it.
Oh, because of something. And it wasn't like bad turns or nothing. So anyway. Thank you guys. Have a great evening. Bye.